I feel like I've been waiting for this moment, not just for this reading, but for this energy to finally come through, because I know there's something you've been carrying, something heavy, something that's been sitting in your chest like a stone, weighing you down, making it hard to breathe sometimes. And I know that you've been wanting, needing the truth. You've been asking yourself questions late at night when you can't sleep, in quiet moments when your mind wanders, in conversations with yourself that you never have out loud. You've been wondering what really happened. Why did they do what they did? Was it my fault? Did I deserve it? Was I imagining things? Was I being too sensitive? And I want to tell you that your instincts have been right all along. You sensed something was off. You felt it in your gut. You knew there was more to the story than you were being told. And now I'm here to give you the truth, the whole truth, the truth about everything they did to you. I want to start by saying something important. What happened to you was not your fault. None of it. Not the way they treated you, not the way they made you feel, not the things they said or didn't say, not the way they made you question yourself, not the way they made you feel like you were the problem. You were never the problem. You were never too much. You were never not enough. You were just dealing with someone who wasn't capable of being honest with you. Now, let me tell you what I see. I see a pattern of behavior that went on for longer than you realized, maybe longer than you want to admit. This person wasn't just acting out of character, they were showing you who they really are, and you were trying to see the best in them. You were trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. You were trying to believe that they were better than their actions. But they weren't better. They were exactly who they showed you they were, and I'm going to tell you what they did. They lied to you, not just once, not just about small things. They lied to you consistently, repeatedly, and about things that mattered. They told you what they thought you wanted to hear. They made promises they never intended to keep. They said things that sounded good in the moment, but had no substance behind them. They manipulated you. They twisted situations to make themselves look like the victim. They made you feel like you were the one who was causing problems, when really it was them all along. They used your empathy against you. They used your kindness as a weapon. They made you feel guilty for things that weren't your fault. They gaslit you. They made you question your own perception of reality. They told you that things didn't happen the way you remembered. They made you feel like you were crazy for noticing what was right in front of you. They made you doubt your own instincts. They took from you. They took your time. They took your energy. They took your trust. They took your peace of mind. They took your sense of safety. They took your ability to believe in people. They took parts of you that you're still trying to get back. They blamed you. They made you feel like everything that went wrong was your fault. They made you feel like if you had just been different, better, more accommodating, things would have worked out. They made you feel responsible for their behavior. They used you. They used your love, your attention, your support. They used your resources. They used your connections. They used your kindness. They took everything you had to give and gave nothing back. They discarded you. When they were done with you, when they had gotten everything they wanted, they walked away like you meant nothing, like you were disposable, like the time you spent together didn't matter, like your feelings didn't matter, like you didn't matter. I know that's hard to hear. I know it's painful to have it all laid out like this, but I need you to hear it because you've been making excuses for them. You've been minimizing what they did. You've been telling yourself that it wasn't that bad. You've been trying to convince yourself that you were overreacting, but you weren't. It was that bad, and you deserve to know the truth. Now, I want to address something that's really important. This person did not do these things because you weren't enough. They did these things because they weren't enough. They weren't enough of a person to be honest. They weren't enough to be faithful. They weren't enough to be kind. They weren't enough to be present. Their behavior was a reflection of who they are. It had nothing to do with who you are. You could have been perfect. You could have done everything right. You could have given them everything they asked for. And they still would have done what they did because the problem was never you. The problem was always them. Now, I know that some of you might be wondering why I'm telling you all of this. Why now? Why this reading? And the answer is because you asked for the truth. You've been asking for it for a long time, maybe silently, maybe in your prayers, maybe in your journal, maybe in conversations with friends who tried to tell you but you weren't ready to hear. But you're ready now. You're ready to hear the truth. You're ready to stop making excuses for them. You're ready to see them for who they really are, and you're ready to start healing. This reading is about more than just exposing what they did. It's about giving you the freedom to let go of the guilt, the shame, the doubt, the confusion, to let go of the hope that they'll change, to let go of the need to understand why they did what they did, to let go of the belief that you could have somehow done something differently. Because here's the truth, Virgo. You can't control what other people do. You can't make someone be honest. You can't make someone be kind. You can't make someone be faithful. You can only control how you respond to it. And you're about to respond in a way that changes everything. I see a shift happening in your energy, a release, a letting go. You've been holding on to this pain for so long that you forgot what it felt like to not carry it, but you're putting it down now. You're feeling the weight lift. You're feeling yourself breathe deeper. You're feeling yourself stand taller. And that's what this truth is really for. It's not just to hurt you or make you angry. It's to free you from the story you've been telling yourself, to free you from the belief that you were somehow responsible, to free you from the hope that things could have been different. Because now you know. You know the truth. You know what they did. You know who they really are. And you know that it was never about you. So what do you do with this truth? You sit with it for a moment. You let yourself feel whatever comes up. Anger, sadness, relief, all of it. You let it wash over you, and then you let it go. You don't hold on to it. You don't obsess over it. You don't let it define you. You just let it be what it is, the truth, and then you move forward. You take this truth and you use it to protect yourself in the future. You use it to set boundaries. You use it to trust your instincts. You use it to recognize the signs. You use it to make sure that no one ever treats you like that again. And you also use it to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for not knowing sooner. Forgive yourself for giving them the benefit of the doubt. Forgive yourself for staying longer than you should have. Forgive yourself for believing in them, because that's what good people do. They believe in others, they give chances, they hope for the best, and there's nothing wrong with that. What was wrong was what they did with that belief. What was wrong was how they took advantage of your kindness. What was wrong was how they manipulated your trust. But that's on them, not on you. Now, I want to talk about what's coming next for you. Once you've processed this truth, once you've let yourself feel it, you're going to enter a new phase, a phase of healing, a phase of growth, a phase of reclaiming the parts of yourself that you lost, a phase of rebuilding, a phase of becoming the person you were always meant to be. I see you letting go of the past. I see you releasing the pain. I see you opening yourself to new possibilities. I see you trusting yourself again. I see you showing up differently in your relationships. I see you drawing boundaries that protect your peace. I see you attracting people who treat you with the respect you deserve. I also see something really beautiful. I see you forgiving yourself. Not forgiving them, that's up to you and may come later, but forgiving yourself for the choices you made, forgiving yourself for what you didn't know, forgiving yourself for staying, forgiving yourself for hoping, forgiving yourself for loving someone who didn't deserve your love, because you were just doing what good people do. You were loving, you were trusting, you were giving, and none of that was wrong. What was wrong was what they did with it. So I want you to hear this loud and clear. You did nothing wrong. You loved, you trusted, you gave, you showed up, you did your best, and that is something to be proud of. They didn't deserve you. They didn't deserve your love. They didn't deserve your trust. They didn't deserve your kindness. And that's not your fault. That's their loss. Now, I'm going to leave you with this, Virgo. You wanted the truth, and now you have it. The truth about everything they did to you, the truth about who they really are, the truth about what you went through, and the truth about your innocence in all of it. This truth is painful, but it's also liberating because now you know. And knowing means you can move forward, you can let go, you can heal, you can become the person you were always meant to be. So go ahead, feel what you need to feel, grieve what you need to grieve, let it out, and then let it go because you are free. You are free from the confusion, free from the lies, free from the manipulation, free from the hope that they would change, free from the belief that you were the problem. You are free, and that is the best truth of all. I will be here for you anytime. If this reading resonated with you, take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to all of you watching today. Have a great day, everyone.